We are halfway done with 2025. Crazy how time just flies by. In this video, I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of my favorite albums of this year so far. There has been some good and some bad albums. I'm not gonna lie, it's been kind of slow in my opinion. Hopefully, third quarter and fourth quarter are a lot better. But stay tuned till the end of this video. I'm going to talk about some albums that I'm still waiting on. So definitely stick around. Without further ado, let's just get started. Let's start off with Debí Tirar Más Fotos by Bad Bunny. This album dropped like the first Sunday of the year, I think. It definitely dropped early on and is still getting played, still in my rotation, especially during this time. It's definitely a summer album. Do fuck with it, and I do have it on vinyl. The Weeknd, Hurry Up Tomorrow. The Weeknd kind of set the bar of what albums should be like this year in terms of quality. I feel like The Weeknd did deliver, especially with this being his last album for his character, The Weeknd. I definitely needed some vinyl, still haven't bought it. Balloonerism by Mac Miller, another one that dropped this year. I'm counting this as a 2025 album, so I'm going to include this one hopefully at the end of this year. I think it's definitely an album that has stuck with me. I think it's definitely one of his best, in my opinion, in terms of the sound. It's a very consistent album. Love Jones by They. This is a R&B project that came out earlier this year. Definitely check it out. Underrated album. Festival Season by St. John. This was one of my most anticipated albums of this year and of the last years that St. John didn't drop. So yeah, this album still in rotation. Love this project, and I can't wait for his new album, which we'll talk about at the end of this video. I Am Music by Playboi Carti. Now, I personally don't like it as much as other people do. To be honest with you, I haven't gone back to it, but there are some songs on here. Granted, there's a lot of songs on here, but there are songs on here that I do fuck with. Definitely have to give this one a revisit. From the private collection of Saba and No ID. This is the collab project that I was waiting on since 2023, I believe. When Saba was dropping singles, I was just waiting for him to announce the album, drop the album, and then 2023 went by, and then I thought that maybe 2024 was going to be the year. I think he was supposed to drop, but then he ended up pushing it back. It was supposed to drop in the beginning of the year, I think, but then he pushed it back again until he finally dropped it, and I'm glad he did, because this is definitely an album that I do love and I do fuck with. Yeah, definitely expect this one to be in my top 10. I will be surprised if it's not in my top 10 at the end of the year. Sable Fable by Bon Iver. This one might be my favorite album of the year so far. It's very, very good, well put together album. It just hits. And if this is their last project, I will be okay with it, because it sounds like an album that you will put out towards the end of your career. So yeah, I do fuck with the album Sable Fable. I'm still spinning this album till this day. I think it's probably my most played album from all the albums that have come out in 2025. For Melancholy Brunettes, Inside Woman by Japanese Breakfast. Yeah, I was honestly surprised how much I like this album. I do fuck with this project, and I'm contemplating whether or not I should buy tickets to see Japanese Breakfast live. We'll see, but yeah, this album, definitely give it a listen. Love on Digital by Distant. Another underrated, I want to say R&B project. I feel like this would count as an R&B project. I do fuck with this one. Definitely go ahead and give this one a listen. I think it's underrated for sure. Sincerely by Kali Uchis. I don't think Kali Uchis has a bad album, so I just know when she drops, it's just gonna be good. And so yeah, this one is no exception. Definitely check it out. Very consistent with its sound too. So Warm by Nami. I think that's how you say it, Nami. Again, this is another underrated artist. He's kind of low key right now, so definitely check out this project. I highly recommend it. It's been on repeat ever since it dropped. It came out the same day as Kali Uchis' album came out. So 13 Months of Sunshine by Amine just cannot miss, bro. You cannot miss. Everything that he puts out has been good so far. All of his solo albums have just been. So if you guys haven't checked it out yet, this is the time to do it during the summer. The Hours Morning by Cassius Clay or Cassius Clay. Even though it's a small and short project, it's still good. It's still good and worth checking out for sure. Father by John Bellion. This one just recently came out not that long ago. It just came out this month. So yeah, definitely check this one out. John Bellion, been waiting on this album for years, and he did not disappoint. Even though I haven't gone back to it as much as I would like, I feel like this album is definitely gonna grow on me. And then last but not least, we got Lotus by Little Simz. This is also a project that just came out last week. Little Simz did not disappoint at all. She delivered with this album. She did it again. Go check out this project. Yeah, I probably will be talking about this one later down the year as well. But anyways, guys, those are all the albums that I have enjoyed so far. If I missed any, or if you guys have any album recommendations that you guys think I might have missed out on, then definitely let me know in the comments. But without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about some albums that I'm still waiting on. All these artists have announced a project or have announced new music coming soon. I did in the beginning of the year, I did do a video on my most anticipated artist of the year. So definitely check out that video. I'm pretty sure I talked about other artists that I'm not going to talk about right now. So definitely check out that video. These are just artists that have announced new music or have announced a album coming out later this year. Without further ado, let's get into it. Young Thug, I know he announced a project. I forgot when it was going to come out. I believe it's between June and July. I forget, but I know he announced an album, and I'm definitely going to be checking that one out once it comes out. A$AP Rocky, still waiting on that project that was supposed to come out last year, but didn't. Actually, I think he goes by Rocky now. So Giveon, it's going to be dropping July 11th, I believe. Definitely going to be checking that project out. Super excited to listen to that. JID or JID also announced a project that I believe is coming out pretty soon. So that's another one that I'm definitely going to be checking out. St. John, he announced that he was going to be dropping 2 projects this year. He dropped the first one, Festival Seasons, and now he's going to be dropping Fake Tears from a Pop Star. I think he said in the fall, so hopefully in the months of probably September, October, maybe. Rich Brian, even though I'm not a huge fan of Rich Brian, I'm definitely excited to see what he has to say. Whenever that comes out, we'll definitely give it a spin. Bakar, he hasn't said he was going to drop an album, but he's been teasing new music. So I'm just expecting for him to announce either a new song or a project later this year, hopefully before summer's over. Or hopefully before the winter, because I feel like Bakar, his music hits during the summer, the fall, and spring. The winter, I don't really play him too much during that time, but still waiting on a project from Bakar since 2023, so hopefully this is the year. Theophilus London, he has been posting on Instagram a lot now, so I'm thinking he's gearing up to announce a project soon. I know he said that he's going to be dropping something soon, so hopefully it's a new project. Been waiting since 2020 with his album Baby. Dijon, he did post on his Instagram that he was gonna drop new music in August. So hopefully that's either a song or an album. I just know once he does, he might blow up as much as Miggy has blown up this past year. So I'm excited. Obviously, if Miggy drops an album, I'm definitely going to be listening to that day one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyways, the last artist or the last group I have here is Night Tapes. This is a band that I just recently discovered, and they're going to be dropping a project in September, and they're also going on tour. So I might go ahead and see them. Night Tapes, definitely check out their music. But anyways, guys, that is it for today. If I missed anybody that has announced a project this year, then let me know in the comments. Again, I am still waiting on albums from other artists. I just wanted to talk about the artists that have announced new music coming soon, and so that's why I only put these artists. But again, I'm waiting on other artists like Dominic Fike, Frank Ocean, Daniel Caesar, Jaden, Westside Boogie, just to name a few. But anyways, guys, that is it for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, and I'll catch you guys next time.